Hello, welcome back, listeners, to our rewatch of Dawson's Creek Season 3. And today we are doing episodes, is it 13 and 14 already? Yeah, episodes
thank
13
God.
and 14.
Finish this season.
We are moving through, and I'm Katie, and I'm with
Dani.
In case, for some strange reason, this is your very first episode listening to us,
weird.
Here we are. But before we get started.
Oh, we have a joke, and he just texted again.
Okay, so y'all remember Carlos,
Yes,
who is a podcast listener, our friend, also has been a guest. He was our Power Rangers super fan. He sent us a joke about Dawson's Creek. So Dani's going to read the joke, and then I'm going to deliver the punchline.
Yes. That's how jokes work.
I am very matter of fact about my joke telling. Okay, like
he sent an audio, but it's in two parts, so we're just gonna say it. So Carlos, if you're hoping for a voice moment, sorry, no voice cameos today. All right, here is the joke. What is the zip code for Dawson's Creek?
Are we ready?
Yes.
This is the part where I tell you the punchline, guys, because the joke has been told. Here we go. 90108.
Okay, that was the funniest joke telling ever. Katie's like, "Are you ready for the punchline? Because here it comes." And then she clears her throat. But 90108, that's great.
90108. I love that. Except in this season and the season before, that's not the theme song, but that's okay. Forever in our hearts, that will be the theme song.
It was when it was originally on.
That's what I don't get, is that season 1 on anywhere you watch it still uses Paula Cole. But seasons 2 and beyond do not.
All right.
We got to figure this out.
I'm going to do research on that. If you remind me,
I will
do that for next week.
Okay.
Because I want to know what the hell is
I'm wondering
on.
if it was like some kind of lawsuit later where maybe they did only sign her for one season.
Maybe I should do it right now.
And so they can still technically do the first season, but she gave them, not she, but like maybe her like legal team wanted royalties rightfully so for the other seasons, but that wasn't originally planned, so they had to remove it. That's my guess, because I'm sure she got royalties at least for the pilot season.
You're probably right.
I don't know, but 90108 is funny.
Thanks, Carlos. If you still listen.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
If you hear this, Carlos, text us the word.
What?
Text us the word. I was just going to think of a word that way we'll know he listened.
What's the word?
I was going to say
like a secret?
I was going to say mustard.
What is going on?
I don't know. I think I'm hungry.
Text us the word mustard, Carlos. Or anybody else.
If you are listening
and you
send
hear
us
this,
that.
Oh my God.
Comment or email us or text us. Okay, so what was the answer?
Okay, it says it's different on streaming services because of licensing issues. You're right.
I was right.
Sony only purchased the rights to use Paula Cole's I Don't Want to Wait for the original airing and syndication.
Okay.
That you were right. 100%, not for streaming or DVD releases.
Okay.
So when it moved to streaming, the original theme song was replaced with Run Like Mad by Jan Arden.
I guess that's the name of that song.
However, a deal was later struck with Paula Cole to re-record the song for streaming. But it's not on Hulu, so maybe it just depends.
Not on Prime either.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
So there you go.
All right.
You were right. Look at that.
Well, there we go. 90108.
Always has to do with money.
Always.
I
get it though. Okay. So let's dive into episode 13 titled Northern Lights.
Yeah, the summary is Pacey's stage fright threatens to ruin the school play's opening night, and Joey agrees to date a college student.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. She went on a date with him.
Right.
They're not dating.
Well, we find out they are dating the next episode.
That's true. Because they're still chit-chatting.
But also, speaking of that, like another person over the age of 18 dating a minor. Come on, Dawson's Creek people.
She did say, he's only 19, but then in the same episode, she said, I don't even know how to drive. And I was like, okay.
See,
I'm confused about all of this. Yeah, so he's like a young college student. But still, yeah, I know.
I just,
let her just date someone in her high school.
Like maybe somebody from another school. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not college. Anyway.
Not college, yeah.
And the writing this season, I hate it.
Yeah. I did like some of the opening night I wrote down opening night shenanigans, like for the play.
Oh yeah.
Where like, I mean, most of them are caused by Pacey, but then like the director has kidney stones.
Oh, I know.
And Andy has to take over, and I don't know. I just I thought some of that was really fun.
Well, it is, because live theater is a comedy of errors all the time.
Oh,
all the time. There's always, I mean, we can think of something for every single show.
Well, they say something about something falling on people's heads, and I thought of you. I was like, yeah, things fall on Dani's head all the time.
Okay, for those of y'all that don't know, I am cursed with any set moves and prop situations. I am very clumsy, and I get very nervous when I have to move set pieces for valid reason. And when Katie and I were in Christmas Carol, there's one scene that was cursed for me, literally. One night I was coming through a door and a lantern fell on my head. The other night it was a maypole scene. My ribbon came off right in the beginning of the number, and I had to dance the whole maypole with no ribbon in my hand,
pretending she was pulling tight on that ribbon. You did it. You did a great job.
And remember, I had to move that door, and I always put it in the wrong part.
Yes, I also had trouble with that door. God. That door is a tough one. No one ever wants to move that door.
I'm telling you. And then when we did Christmas Story last year, Hunt, our ASM, who y'all know because he was on here to talk about Stephen King.
Yeah.
He was like, he goes, oh, Dani, aren't you so glad like you have a lead part, so you're not going to have to move like set pieces? And he's like, I'm actually very glad. And then I had to move that couch every single scene, and Hunt was just laughing.
Yeah.
I never did mess it up.
You didn't. But it didn't fall on you because it was already on the ground. So that was good.
But like, he's like, aren't you so glad? And he's like, me too. But then I broke that outlet when I had to unplug the lamp 8 times, I think.
Yeah.
8 outlet covers, I think, is what he told me was my total.
Oh my gosh. Running up that outlet cover bill, man. Running it up.
Anyway, I'm cursed.
That's funny. So I just thought a lot of that stuff was
You're
fun.
Right.
That was kind of fun. And then I also thought it was interesting that like they have a date to look at the Northern Lights, maybe. Joey and the college guy. I don't know. I was just like, how cheesy can it get?
I don't like him. He's boring. The writing
is boring.
They don't have any chemistry together. Like the way they write their scenes is boring. They're at like a mathematician's house. What?
Yeah, they're drinking mead.
There just happens to be all these mathematicians and physicists living in Cape Side.
Yeah, that was strange. I thought that was weird. And then the part where Dawson drops the film class and then Nikki confronts him. And she was like, you better get back in there. So I kind of understood her point when she was like, we have a group project due in 3 days and you didn't tell me you dropped the class.
You can't, you're in high school. So I can't just drop a class.
Kind of get that. But I understood what he meant where he was like, I just need to take a step back. And he's like, I'm sure you can find someone else.
But also, help you. I don't know why I didn't think about this at the time, but you're in high school. You don't get to just change your schedule.
I mean, you can. It depends how early in the semester it is, but this is pretty late.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You can't just. Also, remember how I was waiting for that Christmas episode?
I know. I wrote that. I said no Christmas episode.
No Christmas episode has never happened, which is crazy because they did a Halloween one.
I know.
A Thanksgiving one. And then we've just moved on. I'm very offended.
If it has to do with like filming schedules and when episodes air. So it just,
True.
You know,
time off maybe. And like it wouldn't make sense to obviously air it in January. Yeah, maybe. But I was really bummed because the episode after this is Valentine's Day. So I was like, well, I guess we just skip right over the holidays. And then Pacey's opening night nerves were really, really cute.
Okay.
Bless him.
His fake sideburns were the best.
I wrote that too. And I said, it's funny because they kind of age him.
I know.
And it kind of makes him look more like how he looks now. Even though he doesn't really have sideburns, but just like made him look older. Yeah. And I was like, weird. Like, it's like an older version of Joshua Jackson with those sideburns.
So fun. And his hair combed to the side.
I loved it.
It's so cute.
I loved it.
Okay. So have you ever gotten stage fright when you were younger?
I don't think so. I get nervous at auditions.
Well, nervous is different than stage fright.
But I mean, I've probably had stage fright at auditions too. Like I can think of a few where like I shook a lot or it was like hard to get out what I was trying to sing. That doesn't really happen to me anymore. But by the time I'm at performance level, I'm not too scared to go
Yeah.
out there.
I have never gotten stage fright. I get nervous,
Mm-hmm.
but
Me
not
too.
like, I think that that's different.
Mhm.
Like being nervous and stage fright, because
Yeah.
stage fright makes you freeze.
And it's debilitating.
Yeah.
Right.
And like, I know a friend of ours was telling us a story of one time when she was doing an audition and she literally froze on stage and could not sing, like froze. And
wow.
yeah,
that's never happened to me, thankfully.
and
that's definitely happened in an audition. Well, actually, lies. That did happen to me in a pageant.
Oh, it did?
I had to stop mid-song, but it was not a song I was standing and singing. I was playing and singing. And I got so overwhelmed at doing both that I stopped in the middle and left. Didn't run off, but just like, okay, I'm done. And like walked off. I forgot about that.
Did you win the pageant?
No. I never won the pageant.
Lame.
Spoiler. But definitely didn't win that one.
They were like, and 0.
Next time I did one, just sang, no piano.
Yeah, you're
involved.
like, and not trying to prove nothing. I'm
just
gonna stand here and sing.
Not going to.
Yeah, I don't know. My mom was always so floored when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I really never got nervous. Because it was fun.
It is fun.
Right? So I don't like auditions and I get nervous for auditions, but I don't get stage fright. I feel right. And I mean, I don't think
you have fun.
Now.
Yeah.
But I also don't think I ever like I've never walked out of an audition except one, and it had nothing to do with singing or dancing. And I was like, man, I own that audition, and then didn't get cast.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's happened to me too, where I've like quote unquote messed up in an audition and I'm like, oh, well, that one's a no. And I get cast.
Right.
And then I've like had a couple times, like literally the best audition of my life. And yeah, I almost think though, in my case, when I have like the best audition that I could possibly have, it kind of catapults me up to that part where there's only a few parts for that level, if that makes sense. Whereas like when I kind of mess up a little or I'm just kind of like, I don't know, a little more not standout-ish, it's easier to be like, oh yeah, she's in the ensemble. If that makes sense. I have no idea if this is true. This is just me processing it. But I'm like, it's like when I have so-so ones, it's easier to envision me as part of the group. But if it's above so-so, then it's like, oh, now like the consideration is for this thing. But like, we don't want her for this, or this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think I have that same.
Well, I mean, you've been cast as leads, so you must.
One. I mean, and another, but that was not a musical. But I'm just saying, it's interesting because Cooper also does not get stage fright, like, which I think is interesting because he gets nervous. But I've seen kids freeze.
Yeah.
From stage fright. And I think it's crazy because there's a lot of professionals who get stage fright.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They
can do it.
That's like, it's almost like you're having an anxiety attack while you're doing your job. Like that's crazy.
Like kind of like your brain takes over for you.
Yeah.
But you're still in the middle of that anxiety moment.
You know who one of our friends that's an amazing actor and performer who does not do it hardly ever because they have horrible stage fright is Patrick.
He does not.
Yes.
What?
He has horrible stage fright. He gets super nervous.
Oh man.
Yeah, like when I met Patrick, we were in Screamland together, which was like this immersive dark art haunted exhibit thing. And it was basically improv all night long for like 6 weeks. It was so much fun. And he was so good. But he had to like take a shot before.
Yeah.
Or sometimes more than one.
Yeah.
Before we went in for the night because he would get so nervous.
He had to kind of like block the judgment in his brain because the judgment would like cause him to freeze up. So if like that defense is down, then he could like
he's
operate.
So good though. Oh my God,
I want to see him in something so bad.
He's so good.
Okay.
He's
in that movie we're doing.
Yes.
Okay, good. So I'll see him.
I'll send you some YouTube clips of him. He did this project with our friend OP a few years back called Picture Show Panic. And that character that he was who he was in Screamland. He was like this director from like the 50s. So he had like that voice, kind of like that. Who is that? Ed Wood.
Oh, I love
like when Johnny Depp played Ed Wood. That's who he reminded me of.
Okay, cool.
Anyway,
I'll have to watch that. Okay.
Moving on from
so
stage
moving
fright.
on. Yeah, I wrote down just that party that they were at.
Why are they having a giant party on
mathematicians.
an opening night? Is that normal?
Oh, you mean like after the show?
Yeah.
That's probably just a cast party, is what I think.
But they still had more shows to go.
I've been to cast parties on opening nights before. Yeah. I think it just depends on the theater. But like personally, I would rather do it at the end, just myself, because I'm in that mode.
So you relax.
Then you can actually have fun. Yeah. But I think that it was just a cast party. I said the thing about the stage or the sideburns. I thought it was really interesting, although it wasn't written great. Dawson is not concerned at all about Joey being on the date, but Pacey's very concerned.
Oh yeah, because things are turning, and every episode for a while you're like, it's gonna happen.
Like in this one.
I know. It's the next one.
Oh, it's the next one. Yeah. Sorry. We'll get to that. Okay. Henry. Dude is so needy. I did not love him in this episode.
I know.
It's like so just making a big deal if Jen is not giving him full attention every second, like on numerous occasions.
And like climbing in the rafters was kind of a red flag.
That's a lot.
Like,
and I mean, granted, Jen shouldn't have agreed to go on a date with him, then brought her grandma and then had the grandma sit between them. Hello?
That was so weird.
But like, I was like, dude.
I know. And his hair in this episode sucks. I don't know what they were doing.
And you know what I noticed in this episode and the next one? Him and Jen look a lot alike too.
Oh, they kind of do.
There's a scene, I forget which scene it is, but they keep doing close-ups of their faces back and forth. And I'm like, wow, they really look alike.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of weird.
They kind of do. I didn't think about it.
So I don't know. I didn't love Henry in this episode.
Yeah, he was a lot.
What they were portraying, like, I just didn't love that. Oh, when Pacey first comes on stage, and first of all, his like actress with him on stage in that like cute little 60s outfit was so cute. And they have like the longest kiss.
I know.
I don't know what that was. I was like, hello? But maybe it was just, maybe she was trying to calm his nerves, or they just, for dramatic effect.
It was long.
It was really long. What else did I have? Oh, Dawson's Jurassic Park story. What do we think about that? And then at the end of it, so he's explaining.
I wasn't even paying attention, so I don't even remember this.
Okay, so this is, it was a pretty boring scene. He's talking to Nikki.
Oh, yeah, I totally tuned out.
And he tells this whole story about how he saw Jurassic Park when he was 10.
Oh.
And there were these people in front of him making out.
Oh,
and he couldn't believe that someone would make out instead of watch the movie. And then he was like, so I told them to just like cut it out. I'm thinking 10-year-old you told grown-ups or at least teenagers making out. I was like, okay. But then he tells this whole story. And then he's like, but that was the wonder of it and blah, 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 blah. And now I don't think I have that wonder anymore. And that's why I dropped film.
I know. I was like, what?
What?
Okay, I didn't realize he was talking about Jurassic Park. I do remember that part.
Yeah. So it was just a very...
It's crappy writing this season. It's crappy. I hate it.
And to be fair, I totally get that when the thing that you love more than anything is kind of running you over.
Oh, yeah.
That you need to step back or running you over emotionally.
Yeah.
And you're feeling bad most of the time about it instead of good.
Yeah.
Trust me. Been there, done that. It's a continual process. So I don't think it's bad that he dropped his film class, apparently, in the middle of the year. Or that he doesn't feel like that much into film right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that means he's never going to want to do it again. He's not quitting forever. He even said, I'm just stepping back. Yeah. And everyone's giving him such a hard time about it, including Pacey. Yeah. And I was just like, okay, he's fine. He's 16 or 17 or whatever he's supposed to be. And then when they're at that cast party and Joey shows up, which was cool. So she comes up and Jen and Pacey are at the bar. I mean, they weren't drinking, but they're like sitting there. And I'm like, oh, good. She's here. They can have a heart-to-heart. And then the college guy shows up. I'm like, why is he here? Which I think maybe is what we were supposed to feel as an audience. Because you're supposed to be like, oh, good. She's going to be talking to Pacey now. Oh, wait. Now this guy's here.
Yeah.
So it was kind of frustrating.
Yeah, girl.
What else you got?
Well, I liked Andy's mantra that she told Jack when she was like, my mantra, I came up with this mantra when I was away, structure and purpose. Mm. And I was like, I like that.
It's simple, but I love it.
I like that. It made me think of, I remember, I can't remember which deployment this was or whatever Trey had going on. And I was getting stressed out about being alone again and having to do all this stuff. And somebody said to me, all you have to do is remember 3 words, and that's keep it simple. And that you can put it for everything. keep food simple, keep your day simple, like keep getting dressed, like just keep it simple.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what helped me really get through it. Cause I'm like, okay, it's all right. It's fine. Like,
yeah,
just
don't get
we're alive,
overwhelmed
we're
by all the
breathing,
other
and it's
things.
fine. Like,
Yeah.
everything's fine. But I like that because, like, for her,
Structure and purpose.
if she has structure and she has purpose, then she's doing great.
She can coast ahead.
And I'm like, that's why I don't enjoy summer, because I have no structure.
Yeah.
And
it is kind of a free for all. It's great in some ways.
I don't like
but
it.
not in others. Yeah.
And I did not realize, I thought once my kids got older, it wouldn't be as stressful, because like when they're little, like you're constantly having to like shuffle them to there, here, find stuff to do. But it is, and plus I'm not working as much as I do when they're in school, because summer is it affects y'all too. Yeah. Summer is just shitty for private lessons of any kind and group classes of any kind, unless you're a summer camp. So I don't like it. I'm ready to get back. Like,
so structure and purpose. That's you. That's your mantra now.
I guess.
I love it. I feel like, especially because it's summer, but also there's so many new things starting at my studio.
Oh yeah.
That I'm just getting run over by everything right now.
Yeah. There's so much.
Because I'm in the thick of the doing.
Yes.
But also my job is to keep the structure and to keep the mission and to keep the long-term stuff. And just like the last couple weeks, I just haven't been able to.
Yeah.
It's like I answer the emails, I register the people, I pay the bills.
Yeah.
And that's about all I've got.
And see, you're getting to a point where that's like, because you're running a business, but you're also a staff member.
Yep.
And you're getting to the point where you have to let go of that.
Yes.
Like the private lessons, and like you have to pass those on.
Yeah.
And so you can do
the other stuff.
So you can just 100%, be the business owner,
100%.
But you can't get there yet. You're like at this transition. You're almost there.
Yeah.
So you're doing the work of like 2 full-time jobs.
Yeah.
At the same time.
That's such a good point. So for example, our fall classes, I'm not teaching any of them.
Smart.
And I'm not taking new students. And I always lose a couple over the summer and into fall who maybe come back later, but like they have too much going on or they are on
like
a break.
Me, because I'm poor right now.
Yeah, right, which is fine. So, but like when some of them come back, I'll probably just, not you, but like I'll have to send them other places, and I'm okay with that. But I'm, directing a show right now and planning all the fall classes. And I did 30 hours of a summer camp last week that I could have staffed someone else to do.
Right.
But it was my idea and there weren't a lot of kids enrolled. So then it's like, well, now I'm paying a staff member. At least if I do it, I'm paying myself kind of like, so, but I've been thinking like, because people have asked me since we're looking for bigger space, they're like, well, what's your 3-year plan? What's your 5-year plan? I'm like, everything's been such a snowball of momentum that I really haven't had the chance to go, what would I want that to be? Yeah. Of course you can always adjust it and change it, because whatever happens, then you have to change it. But I'm like, I do need that. So I'm going to get there, but I'm also trying to finish my book.
I was going to say, you also,
which I'm past deadline on, but I'm close.
Yeah. I mean, that's the hard part, is that you're doing all these things, but
it's going to lessen up. And
it will
after summer.
But you also like, it's hard because some of the things you're going to have to release are things you enjoy.
That's true too. Like I enjoyed the camp and I've loved directing. I am going to direct Frozen, but I don't know that I'll direct more after that for a while.
Because you got to run your business.
Or I'll pick one per year that I really, really feel connected to or something. But like, yeah, that's part of it too. Because part of the reason I'm even doing any of this is because I like teaching lessons. I like summer camps. I like directing shows. So that's a big part of it. But I also like having more families come in and having more opportunities. And the only way to have more opportunities is to have more hands helping me and taking things over, which thankfully I have an amazing staff. So anyway, the other thing I liked about this episode, I liked when Andy was talking to Pacey at the end.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, oh, like, you must be really disappointed in me that, like, I had to do this play just to get a C. Yeah. Like, I'm, like, backsliding, all that progress you helped me make. And she was kind of just like, no. She said, I have this habit of, like, trying to spruce up guys instead of just, like, letting them be who they want to be or, and I just thought that like, it was a nice light. In no way in that scene was I like, oh, I bet they're going to get back together. Yeah. It was like friendly and light, and she seemed well.
Yeah.
And he seemed not angry at her. And I thought that was a really nice scene.
It was nice.
I like
and
that
also
one.
something I don't think I was ever able to do with any ex-boyfriends.
I mean, it's a very mature,
Right.
especially considering they haven't been broken up that long, mature conversation.
Right.
So probably unrealistic, but I liked it.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I thought it was good too. Also, more deep talks on the dock,
Yes.
or at least by the water.
Dock, water. Yeah, water side. Yeah.
More deep talks.
So many.
That's what I read. That's all I had for that.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so moving on to I did not enjoy that episode. I barely paid attention.
Yeah.
Like literally. We are on season 3, episode 14 after this one, Valentine's Day Massacre, which is weird because I thought it was going to be something way different than it was.
Yeah, it really wasn't as bad as it sounds.
The summary is Pacey persuades Dawson and their friends to attend a wild Valentine's Day party, which, by the way, the kid who was having the party looked 35.
He did. Yes. What was that? Was he supposed to be a teenager?
Also, how do they're in this small town, but yet there are all these kids that come into vernacular like every episode. They're like, wait, where you been? Like,
yeah. Where's this guy holding the party on the golf course? Like, hello? So do you remember the password for the party?
I know Kung Fu.
I love that. And I love the way Jack delivers the line. He's like, I know Kung Fu. I laughed
so
out loud
great.
at that. That was so good.
Okay, so when the episode opens, Joey's trying to learn how to drive a stick shift.
Yes.
Do you know how to drive a stick shift?
I learned forever ago, but haven't done it for 20 years.
Okay.
Plus.
The only time I ever tried to learn how to drive a stick shift, my sister tried to teach me, and she laughed so hard at me. She could not continue, and she was like, "That's it. I'm done.
I'm done."
And then I remember in high school, my friend Frank, when I started learning how to drive, he had a truck, like an old truck, and he tried to help me, and he was the same. He was like, "All right, you're kind of hopeless."
My boyfriend in high school drove a stick. He drove a Nissan Sentra.
Oh, yeah. That's what my sister had.
Yeah, and so it was a manual.
Yes.
And like in a parking lot or something. I tried. Yeah. And I did learn, but he would never let me drive it out on the streets. And I would just never want, like, is there an advantage to a stick shift car?
Well, I don't know the mechanics of it, but what was told to me was if you're ever stranded somewhere and you need to drive and you don't know how to drive a stick shift, then you're screwed. That's what everybody said. Like, if you're ever in a situation where you need to drive a car and it's a stick shift and you don't know how to drive, and I'm like, well, when is that going to happen to me, though?
It's very unlikely it wouldn't, but I can understand. It's kind of like changing a tire. Like, although that's way more common. But like,
do you know how to change a tire?
I do.
I do not.
I would never want to. I'd probably honestly just sit in my car and call my roadside assistance.
Do you know what? When we drove to New York from Virginia for a weekend trip, that it actually went really bad when we lived there. We got a flat tire on the New Jersey Turnpike.
Oof. Yikes.
Girl, it was such a horrible
trip.
That's so
stressful.
Yeah, and we had to call like the roadside assistance, and there's a special number that only services the Jersey Turnpike. Then we had to go find some random ass place it was Sunday, I think, to get a tire. Oh, it was like this scary ass place, and like, wait.
No.
Girl.
Oof. Yeah.
Girl, it was so crazy. Anyway.
Okay.
Well, you'll be okay. I won't. I don't know how to drive a stick. I don't know.
I will see. If that ever arises, I'll let you know how
you're going to survive the zombie apocalypse. I will die.
By driving a stick shift car and knowing how to change tires. That is exactly how I'm going to survive.
Well, I mean, if it's up to me, we're dead.
Dead on the Jersey Turnpike.
They'd be like, here's this pickup truck that has a flat tire and it's a stick shift. It's your only way out. I'd be like, well,
here they come.
You'd be like, I got this shit.
I'd be like, yeah, here we go. All right. I love it. Okay. So plasma.
So my sister's wife still donates plasma for extra income.
I would say, do people still do that? That was one of my questions. I did it in college a few times.
I have various tattoos, so you also have like certain time frame. I also have shitty veins, so like it's hard to get anything out of me. So that's never been something I've done. Yeah. But my sister's wife still does it.
Okay. I mean, it's helpful. It's needed.
Because she's healthy. She's in her early 30s,
Mm-hmm.
early 30s.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's extra income.
I just remember in college, like everyone did it. Did you
I
have that?
couldn't. Again,
You couldn't,
tattoos.
but yeah.
But I had friends. I had one friend that did it, and she would always feel like shit after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really, I mean, it's similar like when you give blood, depending how you feel, but it's even more pulling more from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't give blood really often. I think I'm outside the window. I don't remember how many years it is after you get a tattoo you have to wait before you do any of that. But Cooper asked me the other day, like, do you have the kind of like the universal kind of blood? And I said, I do not. I actually have a very rare blood type that is always in need. I have AB negative, which is super rare blood. And he goes, what kind of blood do I have? And I was like, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Do you know your kid's blood types?
I wouldn't know off the top of my head.
I have no clue.
I would not. I know mine and I know Brant's because, and even then I knew mine, but I know his because his brother needed a kidney. And so we did some testing for that.
Wow.
Yeah. And his brother was type B. And so is Brant.
Oh.
But then his sister was like A. So she couldn't donate. Yeah. And his mom was like A or AB.
Okay.
And so neither of them were even potential. But his dad ended up, my father-in-law donated a kidney to him.
Wow.
This was 10 years ago. Almost 11 years ago. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
It was a whole thing. But we found out mine too because I was going to potentially get tested as well if needed. But I was pregnant with Tegan.
Oh.
That's how I know how long ago it was.
Yeah.
And because Brant was about to be a father to 5.
Ooh.
They said he couldn't do it. They ruled him out.
Because they only do
it was interesting because I didn't know any of this, but organ donation, everyone has their own team.
Yes.
So the recipient has their own team and the donor has their own team to make sure that no personal feelings get in the way.
Yeah.
So my husband's team was able to just look at him and say, you are our patient. We do not recommend it. Because like 5 children won't have a father if something happens.
Right.
And then 5 small children. And then my brother-in-law's team wanted to be sure whatever was happening with him was what's best for him, not the other one. And I think that that's great that that's how they do it. It was heartbreaking at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Because we didn't think anybody else was on deck. And they wouldn't test my father-in-law at first because of his age. But he's like a masters swimmer.
Yeah,
was like a champion swimmer at the time. Like, all the things. So they just had to do a further battery of tests on him to be able to clear him. And they were able to.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was really good news.
That's crazy.
At the time and now. But that's how I know our blood types. Okay. But I didn't need to know the kids' blood types at the time.
That was a long answer.
That was a really long answer. I guess it's just been stuck in there.
Story, though. That's a good story.
It's a wonderful story. It's a wonderful story. And he has it's something genetic, but not everybody obviously in his family has it, but it's still in his body, if that makes sense. So even with a new kidney, the new one can become infected. I know it's horrible,
my God.
But so far his hasn't.
Okay.
And it's been over a decade. So that's a good sign.
Yeah.
And if that happens, then eventually you have to have another transplant.
Oh my God.
And you kind of just keep doing that cycle. So thankfully that's not happened to him.
Oh, that's so
good.
Yay.
Yes.
Let's see. On. Let's talk about Jello shots.
Yes. Let's do it.
That's in the episode, everybody.
Promise.
Okay. I had to laugh really hard because the memories that came flooding back to me when the guy walked up with a plate of Jello shots.
I know.
Was endless. First of all, I can't even count how many parties I've been to in my past, not in recent years, obviously. Actually, I was at one not too long ago, but where Jello shots were just like,
they were everywhere. And I never thought that they tasted better. Did you think they tasted better than regular shots? Like, did it mask the alcohol for you?
No. Oh,
not
God,
at all.
No.
I thought they tasted really bad.
Do you know what was funny, though? I can remember making a few times where my roommates and I would go to make Jello shots and realize we didn't have any of the little cups.
Mm-hmm.
So we would just make a giant bowl of Jello with alcohol in it.
No.
I swear to God.
No,
and we would eat it. I swear to you.
Oh my gosh. Well, what's the one? It's like buffalo punch, or did you guys have, maybe that's an Indiana thing, but it was like where you would literally take like Everclear and fruit
Oh,
and like
well,
stuff
we
and
would,
like
it
make
was,
a
it was called like
whole
grog or like
I bet it's the same thing.
everybody has something they call it. Yeah.
And it was like so gross.
So gross.
And so potent.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I know.
Why? So yeah, I a friend of ours who's a grown up, he got really into gourmet Jello shots like in previous years where like yes, it's Jello, but there's like other ingredients too. And had a party at his house, but he doesn't live here, so we weren't at it. But and sent us all these pictures, and they looked pretty good. But I was like, "Is this a thing now?"
I'm
like,
not a shot person.
Yeah,
like I'm
either.
just not. Even back in the day, I used to love me a tequila shot. But I'd rather just like my reason for having a drink these days is because I want to enjoy it.
Right.
I'm not trying to hurry up and get the alcohol in
like
my
that
body.
With coffee too. I want to enjoy it.
Yes.
Like I don't want anything that that's why sometimes I don't like iced coffee. It's gone too fast.
Yeah, because I will slurp down iced coffee.
Me too.
But like I will drink like if I get like I like to drink whiskey, but I like to drink it neat, which is basically just a shot. Right. You're just sipping. But if you're sipping it, right, is what I'm saying.
Right.
But like if somebody handed me a shot of Jameson, I'd be like,
like, no, even though
I have a big rock, please, to pour that over so I can just sip it.
Just sip it. Yeah.
Anyway,
that's
Jello
awesome.
shots though. But then Andy and Joey acted so. I did not like how like holier than thou they acted.
They were really being a lot.
They were being a lot.
Yeah.
Like clutching their pearls.
Yeah.
Bitch, you were at a party at a golf course. What did you think was going to
happen? With a bunch of teenagers that needs a password to like get into. Yeah. Exactly.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that was a bit much. And like,
I mean, if
Joey was like babysitting Dawson.
So dumb.
She was like, I just don't want you to make. I know you're in a bad place. I don't. She
You're
was like
in a bad place.
She was like his chaperone or something.
So
it was
dumb.
really.
They
weird.
were too much.
I didn't love that. I said I was happy to see Doug, Pacey's brother, but then immediately the gay stereotyping stuff. He's listening to that music, and then Pacey actually says, "Oh, I'm about to like call you out and call you gay because of this music." And I was like, "Oh my lord!" But I was happy Doug was in the episode.
I know.
Either way, and I actually, for how dead I am inside when it comes to romance, as we've discussed on this show before, and my husband listened to one recently, and I was like, "Okay," I love Valentine's Day.
What?
I love Valentine's Day. And not even like
I hate it.
Romantically, yes, but just in general, especially since being a parent, like I'll make the heart-shaped pancakes, and I'm like not that person. But I love Valentine's Day.
That's so I would not have thought
making
that.
Valentine cards. I love everything about it. So
what?
I love like hearing what my kids are up to, like especially now they have like significant others. I'm like, oh, what are you doing for Valentine's Day? Like I love hearing about it. I absolutely love it.
I am opposite. I hate Valentine's Day because it is a holiday. I feel like that is a capitalistic adventure. Like
it is.
And I hate it. And I also don't like it like gives you these obligations that you have to do these things to show. I would rather you show me you love me a different day.
Yeah.
Like take me out to dinner another day. And I don't like getting flowers.
I love heart-shaped pizzas. I will order a heart-shaped pizza every Valentine's
Girl,
Day.
this is the best.
love it.
I'm just not a Valentine's Day. Now, I used to do like my kids, you know, they have to have the Valentine's Day boxes for school.
Yes.
I made some banging.
Oh, I bet you made some really good ones.
Oh my God. Yes. My Darth Vader one was one of my faves.
Ooh.
But that was fun. I used to like to do that. And then I used to like to help them make whatever. But Valentine's Day in and of itself, I'm the opposite of you.
Oh, I love it.
That's so funny. I would not have expected
So when
that.
Grams was like really into it, I was feeling that. She was like all excited that it was Valentine's Day.
How have we not talked about that before?
I just thought of it when I was watching.
So
I was
funny.
like, you know, I really enjoy Valentine's Day.
But like do y'all go out on Valentine's Day?
We don't.
Because it seems like Brant would be like,
no, he'll usually make me dinner though.
Okay, well that's nice.
Usually anything like our anniversary or Valentine's Day or my birthday or whatever, he'll make me a nice dinner.
That's nice.
Which is really nice. But I think Tegan was our server.
Oh, yes. That's so
she brought
cute.
us food out. So that was nice. Tegan's my daughter. But yeah, so anyway, I just thought it was fun that Grams was so into it. And then there was the Heather Graham reference.
Oh, yeah.
I just loved that. How it just like slipped in there.
Yeah.
I said again, Henry and Jen look alike.
I know. I did feel bad for him though, passing out.
After the plasma. So they're kind of getting on track. They're at the nice restaurant. Yeah. And then and you know, it's funny. I mean, I watched it in one sitting, but I had already forgotten. And I was like, oh my God, did someone drug him?
Oh my God.
He passed out. And then he says something about the plasma.
It was like literally 15 minutes
I was
prior.
like, oh yeah, he did do that.
Your brain had a lot
My brain had a lot going on. Okay, so then we've got, I can't think of her name now, the girl who comes from Rhode Island.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The friend.
Who cares?
Who
I've seen in other things. I can't
I don't know.
place it. She, around that time, she was in a lot of stuff. And she says the thing about how her ex-boyfriend said she was an acquired taste.
Yeah.
And I just said red flag.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
she was
I
annoying.
had to really think about, she was really annoying.
Yeah.
I did not love her. What'd she say? Oh, and so then Jen gets back from the date with Henry and he's passed out. And
sorry, Cooper's texting me. He's home by himself. I'm just making sure.
Okay?
He probably just wants me to get him lunch.
Yeah, he wants DoorDash.
100%.
On the way home. Perfect.
Can you get me some food? I knew that was, sorry. I just had to make sure that nothing's on
sure.
fire or.
No. And if you take him food, hopefully nothing will be on fire.
And this kid, that's another reason why school needs to start.
Mm-hmm. He be needing food and lunch.
They always are like, Caden goes out to lunch with his friends constantly, or Amelia. Mm-hmm. They go get food. And I don't pay for that though.
Right. That's not out of your pocket.
So whatever. I don't care. You go buy yourself food.
I did that a lot when I was that age. Yeah.
But I had paid for Cooper's.
Right. His you have to.
So sick.
Get you something yummy.
Anyway, sorry.
Something you want. Okay, so Jen gets home from the date and Henry has passed out and he's taken out on a gurney. He's okay, but he's got to get checked out. And Graham's is like asking about it. And Jen's like, she doesn't say what happened, but she's just like, it didn't go well. It was kind of a disaster. And so this was their first official date. And it was weird because Graham's is like, you're going to let one sour experience? Because she said, I don't think we're going to go out again. And I'm like, well, yeah, it was the first date. That's kind of how it works. If it doesn't go well,
ring, that's a lot.
That was a lot. And she was like, it's orange. Remember when she said that? It was a lot. And I was so over his needy self at this point that I was like,
I did feel bad for him though with the passing out though.
I did. Yeah, that made him a little more. But then he gave her a ring after that. So then I was annoyed again. But
too much.
Okay, so then Dawson has that conversation with his dad. So they all get busted at the party. Well, and they end up in jail.
Yeah, and let's talk about cops busting parties because that also brought back memories for me. A lot. I had a friend in high school whose name is Charlie. And if anybody, I don't think anybody I went to high school with listens, but anybody I went to high school with remembers parties at Charlie's house because his mom was never there. Okay. But he lived in a small house in the suburbs.
Oh,
yeah. So like
it was like obvious if there was a party
all the time, and the cops would come in and they'd be like, Charlie, like,
dude, yeah.
But as soon as we heard him, everybody had an exit strategy, right? Mm-hmm. Like you would run out one door, pop through a window, you'd hide in a closet because you get caught. First of all, the cops back then were not wasting their time taking you to jail.
No,
they ain't dealing that. They're either going to write you a ticket
or call your parents. Yeah.
But most of the time, they're just like, I feel like most of the time they would slowly enter a house so people would hurry up and trickle out.
Right. It was more about like the fear that they could come.
Yeah.
Less about how many teenagers can we bust for this.
Yes.
And literally arrest.
Yes. And in college though, that's when it got serious. Before school even started, I was at school early to go through sorority rush, went to a fraternity party. This was after rush, but like we had some gap time before school started. Go to fraternity party, walking down the street with a beer in my hand.
Oh my God.
Because guys, you know, I'm from South Louisiana where you could walk around a lot of streets with open container. Also I was 17. And guess who got a ticket?
You.
Me. Before school even starts.
Now, did you have to tell your parents about it
since
you were an adult?
No, I wasn't. I was 17.
I thought you said you were 19. Sorry.
I was 17.
Oh, yeah.
Which was shitty because then I wouldn't have if I'd have been 18.
Yeah.
Made it way worse for me. But my sister still lived in town, and I was like, can you call them and tell them? And she's like, oh, Jesus, Dani. I think she did. And anyway, I ended up having to go to court. My mom had to drive there, go to court with me. I got community service, like a whole bunch of hours.
Dang.
Did I learn my lesson? No.
Didn't work. But
I paid a fine and did community service.
They have to do something. So there you go. Yeah, in high school too, I remember just a few places we would go party or whatever. And I wasn't a big partier, but I'd want to go for the social aspect. And yeah, just like everyone running different directions.
Yep. That
which
was
I
valid.
guess probably still happens. I don't know.
Yeah.
Does that still happen? I guess it must.
I don't know.
And even in college, although I don't ever remember being busted at a college party, but I'm sure that there were some. I just don't remember right now.
I do. It happened a lot.
So in this episode, they all end up in jail. But, which helps the storytelling because then they're all stuck.
They're all
in
stuck.
like, and it comes out that Dawson and the girl from Rhode Island almost kissed.
Yes.
And Joey about has a cow. I know.
I'm so over them. And I loved Pacey's commentary.
Yeah.
Because it was so.
It's like for the 474th round.
It was so on point. He's like, God, get over. Like, he's just, come on. Like,
will they, won't they?
Yeah,
will
we're
they,
so
won't
sick of this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, thank you, Pacey.
Thank you, Pacey. You're speaking for the audience.
Also, my favorite scene that also brought back memories was Pacey in the beer funnel.
Yes.
On the tree root. Did I ever tell you my beer funnel story?
I feel like maybe, but tell me again or tell us again.
I mean, I have several, but so beer funnel is the dumbest thing in the history of the world, by the way. Let me put that disclaimer. But it's something I did partake in when I was in college every now and then. But I can remember I don't remember if I was having a party or if I was going to a party. And my roommate and I decided we wanted to make a beer funnel that was a 2-person beer funnel.
You guys were going to make it.
Well, yeah, because this was back when you had to make them. You could not buy them.
True.
You had to make them.
True.
So we go to the hardware store, swear to God.
This is crazy.
All the kids, all the people working there were like college dudes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we walk in, we find somebody, we don't know what the hell to buy. And I said to him, hello, we're trying to make a beer funnel. Can you help us make one? And he's like, I mean, I'm not supposed to, but here's what you want to do. So he like helps us. We find like an extra big, like whatever. I guess it's like for oil changes or whatever. Plus he gave us this plumbing piece that was like 2 separate things. Plus he cut the wire and he's like, well, like, we're not supposed to like help you do this.
Yeah.
And so we did. We had we made a 2.
And it worked.
It works.
Dang. That's so funny. He's like,
I have no idea what happened.
But if anyone asks, I did not help you do this.
Yeah. But isn't that dumb?
That's
that's
so
the
great.
dumbest.
And that you like walked into a store and like asked for someone's help on that. I love it.
Guys, I don't know. But as soon as I saw Pacey, I was like, oh my God. And I'm trying to remember now which roommate of mine it was that we went together. I think it was my friend Beth. I'm going to text her after this and ask her about it and what festivity it was.
That this was the thing
making it. I want to say it was like guys' bid day for like the fraternities. They would all have these big parties. I think that's what it was for.
I love it.
So who knows how many people use that nasty thing?
Yeah. Oh,
I know. Gross.
Oh, well. That's something you can be proud of. Do it yourself.
No, it's not. It's not. No, that's why I made the disclaimer. It's the dumbest thing, but it is something I did.
It is a thing.
And I can laugh about it now because I'm fine.
You're okay.
And everybody was safe from that event.
Correct. Which isn't always the case.
But binge drinking is dumb.
Correct.
100% dumb. So don't do it.
No beer funnels.
No beer funnels.
Okay. So then Dawson has his interaction with Mitch after he gets out of jail.
Yeah.
Where Mitch is, first of all, just eating ice cream out of a container, which was kind of random. That just didn't feel like his character.
Well, I guess because it was supposed to be like the wee hours of the morning.
I guess. Maybe. It's like I'm up, so I'm going to eat ice cream, I guess. Maybe.
It was weird.
And he kind of tells him, or he's upset with Dawson, and he brings up when he crashed the boat and like other stuff that's been kind of reckless of him lately. And then he says, well, here's what we're going to do. Your mom's opening that restaurant. He's like, she is? I'm like, she is?
Like what?
Looking back through my notes. And he's like, you're going to work there every night, every weekend. I was like, okay. Like, I don't know that like the cause and effect really align here.
I know.
But I like Dawson said to him, Dawson's kind of trying to defend his choices.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm trying to get back to the business of basics of being a kid.
But what?
Yeah.
Well, but then his dad was right because he's like, I'm fine with you being a kid, but being an idiot, or he didn't say being an idiot, but like being unsafe and like that's.
Yeah, he was totally valid.
Right.
He was totally valid. I mean, he was being a parent. Right. He was doing a good job. But that was just like, that was Dawson's defense. Right. I'm just trying to loosen up a little bit and be my age. But it's like, well,
no.
But that's not you, Dawson.
Like, I'm totally fine with you. He said, I'm fine with you being 16, but like.
Not all these other things that are happening, picking you up at 2 a.m. because you've been drinking or whatever. Yeah.
You're, like in jail.
No. Yeah. No.
Yeah. All I had, I said the end of the episode is one time of many for a while where you think Pacey and Joey are about to get together.
Mm-hmm.
And then they don't.
He talks to her about the gear shift thing in the car.
You're like, oh, he's going to say it.
He's like, there's something I've been meaning to tell you. Your shifting is wrong. Let's go practice.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember when they finally do get together. I think it's at the end of this season.
Okay.
I think it's at the end.
So like 6 or 7 more episodes?
Yeah.
6-ish?
I think it is.
Wow. That's a lot of episodes.
I know. That's what I'm saying. This is like the first time of many where you're like, oh.
And she's all mad at him because of what he said in the jail cell. Like you said, the commentary, that was correct. But then she kind of melts a little bit and they go driving and that's how it ends. End of that one. Anyway, these were okay. There were definitely moments I really liked, and then moments again. It's not anything on the actors. The actors are all lovely.
The writing.
The writing's not great. Not great. But anyway,
it's terrible.
Let us know what you thought, and let us know what you think about season 3 in general. How's it going for you? Are you looking forward to Pacey and Joey's? You're running out of pages.
Running out of pages in my Care Bear notebook.
I gave you that. I got to get you another one.
They have a whole bunch at Five Below. I'm gonna go get some more.
Okay.
They have other. Wait and see what I.
All right, I'm gonna wait. I will wait. Okay, good. So we'll have to get to the end of the season and the end of Dani's notebook. I guess maybe they'll align. Probably.
Do you have a special notebook, or is that just one of all your
no, this is just one. But when I opened it, I did have some. Oh, to do. That's not it. I did have some Dawson's notes from season 2 in here.
Fun.
They're just everywhere.
That's fun.
See? Anyway, thanks for listening, listeners, and we'll see you next time on Generation In Between. Bye.
See ya.